He wasn't trying to change his life. There was no big plan, no challenge, no audience watching. He was just tired. Tired of waking up and touching a screen before touching reality. Tired of feeling busy all day without remembering what he actually did. Tired of conversations that never felt finished. So one night, without telling anyone, he placed his phone on the table, turned it off, and decided not to use it for 30 days. At first, it felt surprisingly normal. He convinced himself that people exaggerated phone addiction. He had control. He could stop anytime, but his body didn't agree. His hand kept moving toward his pocket without permission. Sitting down felt incomplete. Waiting felt uncomfortable. Silence felt unfamiliar, almost threatening. The quiet started revealing things. Sounds he hadn't noticed in years filled the room. The ticking of a clock, the hum of appliances, his own breathing. And beneath those sounds were thoughts he usually escaped from. Unfinished memories, unanswered questions, old regrets. Without a screen to drown them out, they stayed. He started going outside without his phone. No music, no navigation, no distraction. At bus stops and sidewalks, he noticed something strange. People standing close together but living in different worlds, their faces lit by small glowing screens. For the first time, he felt exposed. Visible, like he didn't have a place to hide. Anxiety slowly crept in. What if someone needed him? What if something important happened and he wasn't there? What if people forgot him? That fear revealed something painful. The phone hadn't been connecting him to people. It had been protecting him from feeling irrelevant. Time began to feel different. Minutes stopped disappearing. Hours stretched longer. He could sit with a thought without interrupting it. He remembered things he used to care about before notifications decided his attention. Ideas he wanted to explore, words he wanted to write, promises he made to himself and quietly abandoned. He found an old notebook one evening. Inside were goals written years ago. None of them were finished. None of them failed. They were simply ignored, buried under endless scrolling. That realization hurt, not because the phone stole his time, but because he had willingly given it away. Loneliness arrived quietly, not the dramatic kind, the honest kind, the kind that sits next to you while you eat, the kind that asks uncomfortable questions, the kind that forces you to face who you are when no one is watching. Without constant validation, he had to sit with himself. No filters, no likes, no escape. Eventually, something unexpected happened. People stopped asking where he went. The world didn't pause. Nothing collapsed. Life moved forward without waiting for him. At first, that realization felt cruel. Then it felt freeing. He wasn't as essential as he believed. And that meant he was allowed to rest. Peace didn't arrive loudly. It came quietly. During walks where he noticed the sky. During conversations where he actually listened, during nights where sleep came without scrolling himself into exhaustion. He wasn't happier. He wasn't more productive. He was present. When the 30 days ended, he turned the phone back on. Within seconds, the noise returned. Messages, notifications, missed updates. The same world waiting exactly where he left it. But something had changed. He didn't rush to reply. He didn't scroll endlessly. He didn't feel the need to stay connected to feel alive. He turned the phone off again. Not for another challenge, not as a statement, but as a choice. Because what really happened during those 30 days wasn't discipline or detox. What really happened was simpler, and more dangerous. He remembered how it felt to live, without being constantly pulled away from himself. And once you remember that feeling, you can never completely forget.